Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I want to talk to you about passion. I know many of you out there are asking, gosh, what's my passion? If I could just find my passion and do something I love, then I'd feel a sense of fulfillment. Or maybe you think you found your passion, but you just can't seem to make it work right. So I want to talk to you about this whole concept of passion, because as a society, we've bought into this idea that we just need to find what we're passionate about and that will make us happy. I want to start by explaining the original definition of the word passion. If you look it up in the dictionary, one of the first definitions that you'll find for passion is suffering. That's right, suffering. The original definition of passion is suffering. Over time, we've evolved it to mean this fiery sense of something we love, right? And we've all heard the advice, find something you're passionate about and the money will follow. But the original definition was suffering. Yet it also means something that we love, something that we feel so excited about. Now, there's key information in this. And all the people that I know who are really doing something that they love, most of the time, it's been born out of suffering. I can think of my own story. I really suffered a lot with depression, not knowing what I wanted to do, failing at romantic relationships, dealing with health issues, going into lots of debt. There was a lot of suffering around that. But as I really had compassion for all that suffering and healed it and looked for what I was learning and decided to reframe how I was thinking about it and moved into a place of acceptance of my suffering so I could really extract the lessons, I was able to transform my passion that was related to suffering into my passion that's related to my purpose. So just like as a society we've evolved this word passion from suffering into love, that's what our job is in the human experience, is really to evolve from a place of suffering into something we love. So if you're looking for what you're passionate about, I'd say stop going to the self-help section of the bookstores and taking tons of personality tests and career inventory surveys, and look at your life and look at where you've suffered. What have been the challenges? What have been the patterns you've had to deal with in terms of the things that have been really difficult? Where's your suffering? Because that has key information for you in terms of what you're here to learn and experience within your own life, and then what you're here to share. So much of the message that I share is about self-love, is about creating success from the inside out, is about not defining ourselves by external circumstances, really coming to a place of acceptance inside, and at the same time doing practical things in our external world that align with what we really, really want. So if you're looking for your passion, ask yourself, what have been my main areas of suffering and challenge? And as you work through that question, then ask, what have been the lessons that I've learned? What insights have I really gathered from my suffering, and what actions have I taken that have got me out of my suffering? And so much of that information and exploration will be your message. That will guide you to what you're truly passionate about, what you feel inspired to share. Now, for some people, that directly correlates into a job, like me. I was able to take everything I learned and create a career out of it. But it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. You know, a lot of people, when they resolve a lot of their suffering, they just become more passionate about life in general. And they attract opportunities and jobs and relationships that are more aligned with their true love. You know, one of my clients always had issues with money. A huge part of her suffering was around money and worth. And as she worked with her suffering around self-worthiness and really confusion around money, she was able to resolve her money issues, have lots of insights, take big action steps to repair her credit and get out of debt. And then she felt called to be a financial planner, something she never even dreamed of. She thought she was going to do something way more creative. But again, her suffering became her message. Her suffering became her mission. So, all of your life, even the parts that have been really challenging, the suffering, is information for you. It's all a blessing. So I invite you to ask yourself this question, what am I passionate about? By looking at what have been your biggest lessons. Because within that suffering is often your message and often your mission. We're all here to share, we're all here to inspire, we're all here to teach in our own ways. But before we can do that, we have to be a student of our own life. So your assignment today is to be a student of your own life and see how you can evolve and awaken that passion inside of you.